I might just start like recording a couple of games and then cutting those down and then recording some more games. Oh, what's up? Like I said, like you really... Oh, what are you shooting at, bro? Oh, he's dead. I heard him die. Like I said, though. How's it going, guys? This video might be coming up a little late, but the time's finally here. It's been a couple of days since Levering's dropped, along with the 1.3 update. And, man, oh man, do I have an opinion about Levering. But before we get into that, that first clip that you saw was obviously me using Levering. On these next couple clips, I'm not going to have Levering, just to kind of compare and contrast the different play styles and the different ways that you play. Another thing, this is going to be a video on how Levering itself is going to eventually affect the meta on console. I don't play on PC. I may speak on PC a little bit, but don't take my opinion for PC. If I get something wrong about the PC meta, I'm sorry. I don't play on PC. I play on PS4. And I haven't seen anybody really making PS4 exclusive meta videos, so I decided I would do that. So this is going to be a post 1.3 meta video, including Levering and all of that. I'm going to be going through the loadout that I consider to be the most oppressive and overpowering right now. It might not necessarily be the best for every situation, but it can get you through most situations with a little bit of skill, and even if you have little to no skill, it can get you through some situations. Colin, walk out of the door and turn left, and he should be there. That's where I see him last.
Oh!
Killed this guy.
Dude, I'm so low and I barely have healables.
Yeah, I can hear you, Colin.
Hold on. I'll hide up in here right quick. Yeah, that was my last vitality set. I'm the 25 health. Which, unless they have a Sparks or Martini or a upcut, I should be good.
Let's have a rifle. Alright, so you guys may recognize this footage from my Hunt Showdown review video. Actually, I recorded it the day that I posted it, I think, and just threw it in there because I thought it was a pretty good clip. This is a perfect example of the Winfield pre-1.3. It was good close range, it wasn't crazy good, could be overpowered by shotguns and fanning. So it was still, at the end of the day, a good mid-range rifle. It really shined in the mid-range and ranges such as this because of its high fire rate, or higher fire rate than other guns and things like that. But you guys aren't here to talk about it pre-1.3, so I think you all know what's about to happen. It's cool though. Hey, they really should have killed me though. They were bad. Alright, so here is me using the Winfield, as well as I think I have a Caldwell conversion as my secondary. I'm not 100% sure on that, don't quote me. I think I have one of those as my secondary. It's basically the same as pre 1.3. They didn't really change it. It's still a good weapon, you know, it's decent, it's very good mid-range, shines in the close range when you're not going against a shotgun or fanning or now Levering. And I will admit, you're going to see me get a kill right here that would have been 10 times easier with Levering and would have been pretty much mindless with Levering. Now to get into the before thoughts I had about Levering. Before Levering came out, I thought, you know, it's going to be a good addition to the game. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Because part of me felt that it's going to be a little bit broken. For the simple fact that you're taking a skill that was on a pistol and people were complaining about it and putting it on a rifle. Now, I have no complaint about being able to hip fire really fast shots. You know, it gives you another option for the close range, because now instead of having to bring a shotgun or fanning if you want close range, you just bring a Winfield with Levering, or, you know. But what I do have a problem with is, you see here, it's just as viable as a rifle, and in an upcoming clip you're going to see it's just as viable as a rifle as it is a close range weapon. So you won't have to switch off if someone's pushing you or if someone's far away. That's something I have a problem with, as well as this loadout that I'm about to switch to a clip and show you guys. So in this clip you see I have my Winfield and I have my chain pistol. I don't have the Winfield Swift yet. I'm going to be uploading some footage with that because I just unlocked it this morning. But I feel like that'll even be more overpowered because not only will you have the 16 bullets in the Winfield that you can lever, the 17 bullets in the chain pistol that you can fan, but now you have a clip to reload your Winfield, you know? And I don't know. Something about levering and fanning doesn't sit right. I feel like they should either put in a change to where you can only have one perk equipped, or make levering a lot more expensive than just 3 upgrade points to where you can't just sit in the thing and then get out and come out. Like, look right here. Look how fast this is. And look how little my crosshair moved during that. It's so accurate. And the fact that in this clip you're going to see the only reason I'm queued in by myself just to show you guys how fast the levering was. But just to show you guys how actually broken it is, I'm going to get in a fight right here. I'm going to kill one guy because I have a Winfield in my hand, and I'm going to kill another guy because I have levering. And it's basically just going to be easy kills. It's not a problem when you have guys with no skill using it and they can't hit their shots from a distance and it's only used as a close range option. But when you get guys that have a little bit of skill, like me, I'm not the best at this game. I'm not extremely good at this game. I feel like I'm pretty average. You know, I only have, I think, a 1.7, 1.8 KD, something around that. I'm pretty average. I'm pretty run-of-the-mill skill level at this game. And if I'm pulling off plays like this, imagine the guys at the top of the leaderboard that have 16 KDs, 15 KDs, 14 KDs, you know? It gets broken. Also, I don't know what they did during 1.3, but you can see right here, I think that there's no roof right here, but there's actually a roof and I can stand on it perfectly fine. I found a lot of walls like this since the 1.3 update dropped where they're just invisible. I don't know what that is, but I hope they fix it. You see me here being like, what the hell is this? But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely affecting the meta on console more than it is on PC for the simple fact that on console you have to think. It's harder to aim and hit your shots. So if someone's rushing you, it's harder to hit that headshot to get them off of you. So what does that do? That brings more players towards levering because not only now do you have a cheaper option to fanning, because there'd be sometimes you'd win a match but you wouldn't get 7 upgrade points, or you'd get only 7 upgrade points and have to buy fanning. Well, now it just makes it more accessible to get a skill like this for the simple fact that it only costs 3 upgrade points. And then even if you just go in a match and kill zombies, it's easy to get 3 upgrade points, you know? So I think they should make it a little bit more expensive and make it to where, I'm not a pro on fixing things, but maybe make it to where you can't aim down sights when you have levering. I don't know. Because they need to change something about it. But let's talk about the rest of the weapons in the game. You know, are things still viable? They changed the aftermath. I've never used the aftermath, not even before they changed it. I'm not a huge fan of the Mosin just because of the price of it. But I feel as though they did do it a little bit better by making it a 3-round burst. I have fought aftermaths, and it definitely is better that it eats up their ammo now. Let me think. The Sparks long-range weapons still just as viable. It doesn't really affect it as long as you're playing the weapon how it should be played. Like if you're using a Sparks and you're from a distance from me, or a scoped weapon and you're from a distance from me, you still have the advantage if I have a Winfield, because at the end of the day it's still a Winfield. If you're using a melee weapons are going to be pretty bad now, just for the fact of how many people are going to have levering or a way to counter levering in their inventory. So they're either going to bring a shotgun or they're going to bring levering or fanning to counter levering or fanning. So melee rushing is pretty much a thing of the past on console. I'm glad to see that. That is one thing I'm happy for, because I could not stand fighting a player that wasn't as good as me, and then they just pull out a sword and just rush me. And I can't do anything because my gun doesn't shoot fast enough and I missed my first shot because I panicked, you know. So that's a good thing. In this clip, you actually see me, I don't even think I get a kill with this, so it shows you that in every situation it's not good, and it still takes a little bit of skill. But I don't know. It takes because these guys also had levering, like right there. I didn't have to try for that kill. I barely even aimed, you know. I was basically just going into these matches with the mindset of abusing this as much as I could, you know. Even here, I try to lever him from a distance. Luckily for him, I missed the shot misses, and he gets a shot off me. Here, my shots are missing, but I still hit a shot, which made him retreat and give me some space. I probably could have kept levering if I had more ammo in my clip, so it forces me to go reload. But it just goes to show how oppressive this weapon is. You know, shotguns, they're wishy-washy now, because think about it like this: a shotgun. If you look at me, if you see me first and shoot me first, yes, you know, you're gonna win that fight. But if I see you first, you know, now the Winfield is basically an actual monster of a weapon, because you'll be dead before you can turn and get a shot on me. You miss your shot with a Romero, I'm gonna kill you with levering. You know, it's to the point where you don't even have to switch off of a weapon now to go from your long range to your close range option. I'd even wager that you could win almost any fight in a game with the levering Winfield. So I just think it needs some kind of nerf. Either when you start fanning, make it to where the crosshairs on the Winfield get way bigger, because they are way, like, they stay the size that they are right now. It's too accurate. Either make those bigger, make it to where you can't ADS. I think that would be a healthy change, because then it would change it to just a close range weapon. You know, it wouldn't be a close or mid range to where I'm hitting shots on people like this. You know, look how far away he is. He's not crazy far, but I shouldn't be able to hip fire him from here. You see what I'm saying? And be able to only hit 2 shots and kill him. So either take down the damage, bring down the fire rate, make levering more expensive, make it to where we can't ADS, something. Because it's to the point every match you get into, you hear levering. You know, it's gonna wreak havoc on the console meta the longer you leave it in the game. Because it's gonna change it to a point where, well, you can use anything you want, but if you really want to defend against this weapon, you have to use these things. But overall, I know I'm complaining a lot in this video, and it's a lot of me just complaining about how it's affecting the meta, but I think it's a positive change. They've done a lot of good in this update. I want to see more. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, it helps me out a lot. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. And good luck with your hunts.